Good evening. Good evening and welcome to the 90th commencement at Walt Whitman High School. We will follow this with the 91st, the 92nd, 93rd, 94th, 95th, 96th, and 97th. And if we count the virtual ceremony, well, forget about it. As the term commencement implies, we are here not only to honor the academic accomplishments of these young men and women, but also to wish them well as they embark on the next chapter of their lives. Today marks a significant milestone for all present. It is our wish, as it is yours, to make this ceremony a safe and solemn event, which will become a cherished memory for the graduates and families. To this end, we ask that all parents remain in their seats and refrain from stepping up to take pictures, as the photographers are here to do so when the names are called. In this way, we can make this the dignified ceremony that these young people deserve. In a moment, I will ask you to please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for our national anthem. Please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets went bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Thank you. You may be seated. And guests, you are seated with your family members, so if you do feel comfortable, feel free to take your masks off while you are seated. I now call up our student speaker for this evening. Please welcome class of 2020 valedictorian, Stephen Verderame.
Thank you for coming here. It truly is an honor to be standing here among you today. Picture this. It's 11 p.m. No, more realistic. It's 3 a.m. You've been binging your favorite show, anime, or movie all night. Your heart's pumping. You're on the edge of your seat. You're so excited to see how it resolves. And then, black. Roll credits. It hurts. It stings. You're so angry you have to wait until next season, praying that there will be a next season, to get the answers to the plethora of questions the ending just created. But after a while, it's not so bad anymore. You start to look back at the best jokes and action scenes, the tenderest moments, and the most nerve-wracking. Maybe you'll soon start to drop quotes here or there, or make references. And as silly as it sounds, you might walk away with a line of incredibly insightful wisdom that really resonated with you. Well, our season 4 of Walt Whitman High School kind of ended in one of those cliffhangers. And you know what they say about cliffhangers. It already seems like ages since we walked these hallways. And while some of us were probably ecstatic to have an earlier than anticipated ending to our torture, I challenge everybody to think of something or someone you didn't get a chance to say goodbye to. Maybe your favorite spot to cut class, or the person who always made you laugh. Maybe the teacher you always liked, or a classmate who always helped you during your toughest subject. And think of all the good memories you've had, no matter how few or hard to come by they may seem. Someone who stood up for you, offered you a seat, or drove you to school. Going to Dunkin' or meeting new people. Participating in sports, clubs, or even just going home and playing video games. Getting Dippin' Dots, or what about watching a movie when your teacher is absent and not having to do one of those worksheets? I'd be naive to say we'll remember these things forever, but I am confident in saying that our time here has shaped us forever. Perhaps we've been exposed to new perspectives we never would have considered. Learn not to be quick to judge someone, or granted. And as cliche as it sounds, I think our time apart has truly brought us closer together for that exact realization. If nothing else, we at least have a starting point for some small talk in the future. Oh, you're from the class of 2020 as well? What was the weirdest thing you used as toilet paper? But I think I can say our shared experience at Whitman and during quarantine has done much more than that. We're all on the verge of one of the greatest changes of our lives. While living through a global pandemic, economic crisis, and countless other worldwide issues. There will come a time when the world is in our hands, when our experiences guide decisions that truly matter. And despite our vast differences, I think when that time comes, we'll be able to look at each other and remember the conflict, the challenges that we share, the jokes that we can laugh at together, and discuss the shows that we have in common. So now is the time for us to collect everything that we've gained here and carry it to our next stage in life. Now is the time to reflect on how we changed and the people who supported us through it. Now is the time to walk forward together with all the other 2020 graduates. Goodbyes aren't easy, but having to say one means that you're growing, moving up, getting to see more in life. Staying in one place is comfortable, but comfort doesn't yield progress. And to quote the cliffhanger ending show that our senior shirt was based on, life, it's moving. It's always moving, whether we like it or not. And yeah, sometimes it's painful, sometimes it's sad, but sometimes it's surprising, happy. So to my fellow graduates, congratulations. We've finished high school during a global pandemic together, survived endless homework and tests together, overcame the pangs of change together, and we will stand up to whatever the future fires at us together. Thank you.
It is my honor to call to the lectern the principal of Walt Whitman High School, Mr. John Murphy.
Hello, graduates, Dr. Bernardo, Board of Education, teachers, parents, and family members. It is my pleasure to finally welcome you to our 2020 graduation ceremony. I must say that this is a little surreal to be able to be in person here on stage. This is something that has been in the making for the last 18 years of your lives. These last few months have shown us all of us how important this ceremony truly is. It's not only a culmination of the last 18 years of your life, but a testament to the resiliency of our society and our student body. I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge the parents of our graduates. They are the true heroes of this ceremony. They are the ones that pushed you when necessary, held you when hurting, and praised you when you needed it the most. I hate to say it, but this day is not just about you. It's a funny thing being a parent. We once were where you were today, full of hopes and dreams, ready to take on the world, and while scary at times, will hold wonderful things for you in the future. This day is not just about academics or receiving a diploma. It signifies the end of one stage and the start of another. It really is the birth of your adulthood and independence. While this can be a scary thought for a parent, We are so proud what you have and will accomplish. I must say this is one of the hardest speeches I've ever had to write. And in reflecting on what occurred this year and how our current seniors have had to endure such obstacles over these last few months, it truly broke my heart to see what you had to face. But I guess in life we learn from disappointments and defeats, making us understand the importance of determination. But how does that translate to a student's senior year? Being ripped away from your peers at such a crucial time is something that no student should ever have to face. A student's senior year is something to look forward to. The powder puffs, the proms, the graduations. It is your journey at Whitman and the subsequent last few months that truly shaped each one of you and your ideas, lives, opinions about the world around them. It is the struggles on that journey that have shaped your perspectives and how you will navigate through them. I guess that's what life is supposed to be like. Life is never supposed to be easy. The trials and tribulations that we face allow us to learn and grow, not only for ourselves, but also within the lessons that you will teach your own children, just as your parents have. Knowing that you've had to overcome so many obstacles and persevere through such dark times has given me faith that the future is bright, and that these young men and women we honor today will make sure that this nation and our world is in good hands. Selfishly, I don't want to see any one of you go. I feel like I was robbed of your senior year. This class in particular has held a special place in my heart. What I've seen from this class will not only let me grow as an educator, but as a human being. The lessons I've learned have taught me to be a better parent, a better principal, and a better friend. The bonds of friendship that have been made not only between each other, but with me will endure long past your graduation day. Now, as a principal, I'm not supposed to have favorites, but I have to tell you, you are my favorite. You are my favorite because you made your mark here at Whitman. And I must say that the students leaving here will be my favorite, probably for the rest of my career. Not because you were good students, or that you were good athletes, or that we won titles, but because you're good people. You know how things should be and can be, and you have the strength to change them for the better. Just like the proud parents and family members that sit behind you now, I leave all my hopes and dreams in your hands. I am confident that you will not only succeed in your own lives, but you will make this world a better place. Now, I know there will be failures, but I also believe you have the strength to overcome them. You've shown that time and time again over these last 4 months. What you have accomplished is nothing short of amazing. Please know, while you leave the halls of Walt Whitman, you will never leave our hearts. I will always remember you as a class that truly defined the word community. As you leave us, I hold on to the memories that we've made together here at Whitman. The laughs we shared, the tears we shed, and the sense of pride we felt knowing that we were part of something larger than ourselves. Just like the Whitman Rock, your influence, compassion, and legacy will stand the test of time, endure forever in our hearts, in the hearts of our future graduates, and in the traditions you helped establish here. I guess that's my message for the class of 2020. The word together. Together we can achieve anything. Together we're stronger. Together we're Whitman. Congratulations, class of 2020. You make myself, the teachers, and the staff very proud.
Students, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our President of the Board of Education, Mr. Nicholas Tiapeta.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the very proud Board of Education, I want to congratulate each of the members of our graduating class and your families. No graduating class has ever experienced a year like this, and no class has ever impressed us as much as you have. In the darkest of times, there are always those moments of hope and always those moments that move us to tears. For me, That moment came on the morning of May 22nd, when your class gave such an emotional surprise to Principal Murphy to thank him for everything that he has done. Mr. Murphy will not soon forget that moment, and neither will any of us who was there. It reminded us of everything that is special about South Huntington: our community, our empathy, our optimism, and our strength. Your class in particular embodies strength, and that is why your senior class, SCIF, is so fitting. That enormous maroon boulder will establish a new and lasting tradition that will connect future generations of South Huntington. That moment on May 22nd also reassured us, and it gave us faith. It gave us faith that your class can solve the unsolvable problems we face, cure incurable diseases, and unite our country like you've united our community. I know this is a lot to ask of 17 and 18-year-olds, but you've proved to be up to the challenge. Next year we'll take some of you as far away as California and as close as Farmingdale. But I hope that wherever you are next year, and wherever you ultimately end up in your lives, you will always hold a little special place in your heart for the maroon and the white. I would now like to introduce our wonderful superintendent, Dr. David Bernardo, who has promised that his speech will be much shorter than his weekly wrap-up calls. And he will present with great pride the class of 2020.
I'm going to forego a speech because my son told me that it would be against the 8th Amendment for you to have to hear me twice after you heard it virtually, and plus the Friday call. So all I will say is, before we present the class of 2020, I know circumstances aren't as any of us would have thought, and I wish I could change that for you, but all I can tell you is you are absolutely loved, you are absolutely cared for, you have amazing parents who are also really cool and special people. I hope they're with you, close to you for the rest of your lives. You're going to get smarter as you get older, I promise you that. And I hope that you remember your friends from here, and I hope you know that everyone who's involved in this community respects you and cares for you. And with that said, I would like to now, to the Board of Education, to the members of the community, and to the members and to our parents, we'd like to now welcome and present the class of 2020. Jared Adal. You just go down there and step on those, go to the left. This is an example now. And step up on those two. Exactly. Perfect. And the other side will do the same. No, that's fine. We need a model, right? You teaching? Carmela Abatello. Heather Abeni. Isabella Adamovics. Alina Ali. Michael Aloisi. Priscilla Alonso. Paola Alvarado. Cindy Alvarez Garay. Jennifer Alvarez Giron. Nelson Alvarez Rodriguez.
Elman Aparicio. Carla Aparicio. Ashley Apaza Chacon. Melvin Arevalo Espinal. Ariana Argenzio. Nicholas Arthur. Lincoln Archery. Yagmer Eikenot. Wali Azar. Edward Backer. Olivia Bamberger. Owen Banting. Aaliyah Barnes. Jeffrey Barone. Gerardo Barraza. Joshua Bellamy. Daniel Beltran. Jocelyn Beltran Pineda. Amelia Bernatonite. Bradley Blaney. Shauna Banalavri. Isabella Fontison. Christopher Borges. Gregory Borosowski. Little traffic jam. Matthew Bradbury. Jack Brady. Luke Brennan. Patrick Bresnan.
Thank you, Dr. Muller. for one last conferring and congratulations to the class of 2020, I'd like to bring up Dr. David Bernardo again.
Mr. Giapena, Ms. Carey, and the members of the Board of Education, by the authority invested in me by the state of New York, I can now officially tell you that each and every one of the members of the class who are presented to you have fulfilled all the requirements by the New York State Board of Regents, and more importantly, the South Huntington School District, and are now ready to be conferred as graduates and forever members of our alumni family. Congratulations.
You can throw your caps, just catch them. As we close this evening's ceremony, oh, there you go. As we close this evening's ceremony, I ask you to please rise and join in the singing of the Walt Whitman High School alma mater. This recording was created virtually by members of the graduating class of 2020. Please rise. Congratulations, graduates of 2020. As the recessional begins to play, we ask that you please exit the field the way you came in. Graduates, we are so proud of you and wish you all the best that life has to offer. Congratulations and good night.